Alright, good evening. It is the results episode of America's Got Talent. And last night I predicted four of the top choices. It was really hard because I actually had five, but I had to make a decision. So, will I get to wear my sequined hat tonight? Did I pick the right people? We'll find out in a minute. So, as you know, I zip through this thing because it gets boring waiting through the gigantic pauses. So first out on stage were two of my picks from last night, Tim Hockenberry, the singer, sounds like Joe Cocker, and Turf, the street dance guy. And I'm sitting there going, I'm not going to get my sequin hat if both of these dudes don't go through. They both have to go through, because I picked both of them. And guess what? They did. Both went through, so that was fantastic. So there's two out of the four. The next group on stage was a set of four acts. The Lisa Clark Dancers, the Always Band, the Aurora Light Painters, and Howie's favorite, Big Barry. Alright, so since none of these were my pick, I was sitting there going, oh geez, please let it be none of them. And it wasn't! They were all out! Yep. Sorry guys, none of you, I picked none of you. Next on stage, well, there was performances, but I zipped through them, so whatever. The next three out on stage were Tom Cotter, the comedian, Lion Dance Me, the crew of lion dancers, and Holy Magic, the guy who impaled his wife on the sword. So in my picks last night, I picked Tom, the comedian. So I crossed my fingers, and Tom went through. Good on you, Tom. I think you can take this thing. Your material's awesome, and if you came to town, I would pay to see you on stage. Okay, next up were three more acts, and here's where I could make it or break it. I had called the 3 out of 4 acts so far correctly from last night. There was Ben Black, the crossbow shooter, Donovan and Rebecca, and Danielle, the 14-year-old singer. So here's where the problem lies. I picked Danielle, but my biggest problem last night was the last three sitting on my list were Danielle, Donovan and Rebecca, and Tim Hockenberry. I made a choice to go with Danielle and Tim over Donovan and Rebecca's High Wire Act because I just figured America would vote that way. What I didn't count on was the fact that the last two people left up. So let's just put it out there. Ben Black, he got booted right away. He was the first to go out of the three. So it's between Donovan, Rebecca, and Danielle. And the judges had to choose. Had I remembered the judges choose, I would have picked Donovan and Rebecca because it's beyond... I don't know what it is with me in my mind, but I think that America would have voted for Danielle, but the judges would pick Donovan and Rebecca. Well, it was down to the judges, and I lost. No sequin hat for me. Danielle went home, and Donovan and Rebecca went on. Now, not to say I don't like Donovan and Rebecca. They were like in my top 5 to go through. But it bugs me that the last choice is down to the judges. I have to say that, because it just does. Am I bitter because I don't get to wear my sweet sequin hat tonight? Yes, I am. I usually don't call these things wrong, so this is the first time in like 2 seasons that I have picked wrong. Anyway, I'm a little bitter. Well, next week, another quarter final show. We'll see 12 other acts. Hopefully one of them will be that sweet mind reader. I can't wait to see what he does next. And we'll see if I can actually get to wear my sequin hat next week. Alright, till then, bye!